Always to, Tambo is a reasonably long journey. And sometimes it's great to listen to your own music on the drive.
Yes.
What are your thoughts around e-hailing versus this point-to-point? I want to dance with somebody. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of CT Chronicles. I'm excited to welcome Avis here with us today. And representing Avis is Kerry Laurie. She is the General Manager of Travel and Corporate. Welcome.
No, thank you very much. Looking forward to this.
Awesome. Yeah, so we all have a little bit of nerves in the studio today. I'm a little under the weather, as you can hear. Sniff, sniff. And Kerry, let's start talking about Avis, the partnership between Corporate Traveller and Avis. It's been going on for a while. And what is the benefit of our collaboration?
I think, look, because we are so long-standing, our partnership is long-standing, it's really given us access to your client base and our loyalty to your client base. It strengthens our relationships with our corporate clients. And it also gives us access to the local and the corporate client base together. With the relationship, it's strengthened our partnership, I believe.
I agree with you. And I think, when we look to the SME market and we look to the size that Avis services, as well as like the type of customer Corporate Traveller speaks to, which is our SME, it's an unbelievable partnership that's been able to provide our people on the move from gear to gear. So
Correct.
Exciting.
It's
always.
fantastic.
And I mean, if we think about the fact that we filmed season 2 a year ago already, so much has shifted in travel, even in the car industry when we look to rentals. A lot of bends and trends have shown up. Anything in the past year that you would like to highlight that is a differentiation point to our SME customer?
Yes, I think, we're so used to just a normal car rental. I see the shift is moving to an automatic vehicle. The manuals are we don't want manuals. Electric vehicles are becoming a demand. And I think it's just how fast we react to our traveller. I think they want instantaneous, and that's what we're achieving or trying to achieve.
I think the movement of the SME market in terms of the adaptability of business to industry and demand is imperative.
Correct.
Our customers are so much more savvy now. They know what they want and they know how they want it and what it's going to deliver to their business. It's just a case of jumping onto it.
Absolutely, and I think it's also AI's very prevalent in our industry at the moment. It's the buzzword of our industry.
I think across all industries, definitely.
Correct.
Even ourselves at Corporate Traveller, for sure.
Yes.
And then I think, talking about the legacy of both brands that we sit in South Africa for as long as we have, the footprint we exist with, let's talk about a fun fact maybe from Avis. Could it be in your history, a story?
Yes, so the fun fact is we started in Bloemfontein, of all places, in 1967.
I did not know that.
And we're the oldest car rental company. But the really newish fact, or the new to me, is at the OR Tambo airport, we normally check out about 400 to 500 vehicles on a day. In the peak season for Cape Town, we're looking at 800 a day. So, that is substantial considering our fleet size.
So Bloemfontein, I did not know that. That's
and the oldest rental company.
And the oldest rental company. I thought I was old. So I want to talk about, you spoke about AI just now. I want to talk about innovation and service shifts and changes that Avis has brought to the industry and how it actually affects our SME customer. If you want to dive into that for me.
So, I mentioned the electric vehicles. I think there is a demand of us to provide. We haven't got any on our fleet, but on our leasing side, we do have electric vehicles, and it's growing substantially. With regards to point-to-point, we've brought it back, and I think it's fantastic. It's safe, secure, and we see a lot more travellers using point-to-point. And I think it's just around safety, and I believe our customer is really looking at corporates to be safe and secure. So, I think we're getting there, chauffeur drives also up and coming. That's more for the high-end executives. One of our partners, one of the airlines, we're doing a substantial amount of transfers. So it's all about the safety, really. So, and I think that's what we're focusing on.
It's very good points that you raised there, because I think, when you look at Avis, it's a reliable brand. It's an at-home brand. So when we think about outside of that delivering duty of care to our travellers, that comfort and that peace of mind, that risk mitigation in business, to know that point-to-point is back was a massive thing for corporates. And it makes me also think about where do we sit and how do you view, for example, like e-hailing? What are your thoughts around e-hailing versus this point-to-point?
So e-hailing is a competitor. We all know that. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we brought back point-to-point. And our chauffeur drive. And now I have to keep on going back to chauffeur drive because it's a very similar service. It's just one's more luxury and one's more standard vehicle. So the e-hailing is affecting our point-to-point and our chauffeur drive. But we go back to our safety. And that's what people want. E-hailing is, you hear the news and it is different. We are trying to shorten the time for booking point-to-point and chauffeur drive, but that will come within time. And we'll be more of a competitor to the e-hailing services out there.
I must admit, I am so happy that point-to-point came back. There's such a high demand within corporates to have that security that you speak about, and also have that predictability for their people, that they're not waiting 10 minutes and then the driver cancels, that kind of thing. If you're late for a flight, you don't have time to wait for
Absolutely.
a decisive or indecisive driver, right?
Yes.
And it's also good to know the serviceability of the vehicle, again, speaks to that safety.
Absolutely. Our vehicles are new. We keep our vehicles new on the road. And we do a cycle of, it's either 12 months or 30,000 Ks. We stick to that. And that's why our vehicles are new. So the reliability is there. Absolutely.
I agree.
We're also obviously looking at our Chinese vehicles, bringing in the Chinese vehicles into our fleet. We have got Armadas in there, Havals. So that we're moving with the trend of vehicle purchasing as well.
Definitely. Like the technology that those cars offer as well is so great for customers to customize their journey. 4 ways to Tambo is a reasonably long journey. Absolutely. And sometimes it's great to listen to your own music on the drive.
Yes.
Let me just put on like Pitbull. Kidding. Mr. Worldwide. I think this actually then leads on to my next point and question, like with travel being as volatile as it is, it's a constant shift, and corporates knowing the nature of their own businesses, they also suffer under changes and cancellations. What is Avis's flexibility to help service that customer when it happens?
We believe we are flexible, but it depends on the customer demand. We will move vehicles if we have to a different province if the need is there. But it's all dependent on the client requirements. We allow cancellations right up until the last minute of the collection. So if you're collecting it at 2 o'clock and you're now cancelling at 13:59, absolutely fine. But we are flexible. We allow the flexibility to support our customer.
Definitely. And servicing customers, I think, also lies into other points. You spoke about 800 vehicles in Cape Town, 400 in OR Tambo in Johannesburg. These are all very high numbers, and then it leads me to think, what happens in a peak period? We look at February and March in Cape Town is absolute insanity. How do you provide provision to customers over those times when we're looking at a mining in Durban, for example?
We obviously look at our bookings. We plan. We've got a fleet management tool that's live, so we'll always know what bookings are in the system, what vehicles are returning, what vehicles are coming back, and what's available. If we see the need, and we normally do in peak seasons, as everyone does, we fleet up and we move the vehicles to the area that is needed. To your point, so it would be Cape Town. And we would move them to Cape Town, and we'll obviously assist our clients with the bigger number of vehicles at the branch.
Look, this is good to know. For us at Corporate Traveller, when we experience mining in Durban, the demand is so intense that we pre-plan so far. So it's great to hear, as usual, to be in partnership with a supplier that's just as preemptive towards supporting an SME that knows that period can be seriously heavy around rental. Like when we think about the fact that everybody's a VIP, we've got to take care of them, everybody's got a demand, they've got a place to be, and they arrive in this busy Cape Town airport depot. What is Avis able to do and currently doing to speed up pickup process and drop-off process for those rushed travellers?
Yes, no. So we are introducing, or we have introduced, a self-inspection app, because it's always good to inspect the vehicle. But we do have express service counters. We have preferred service counters. We have quick pass. So those are all mechanisms which is pre-arranged. When you do your normal booking, we pre-arrange it, so when the traveller comes in, it's a matter of just giving the keys and off they go. So we identify those travellers, and we'll make sure that the transition is seamless and quick.
And it's what a great feeling of control, right? When you're feeling like you're rushed, the biggest thing that a traveller wants is to know that they're in control and they can do something about the rush. That app obviously offers that, which is fabulous.
Yes, it's our WhatsApp app. You can check in on WhatsApp, especially for our local travellers, our leisure travellers. But for the corporates, we prefer the express channels, the quick pass, the preferred counters, and they're all marked at our counters, so you know where to go. It's not like, where do I go?
Did I book express? Did I not?
What did I do? You know?
I mean, it obviously shows up on the voucher and
Yes,
also lets
it does.
them know.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome. Keeping the customer informed through the entire trip is such a benefit. And I think the last thing I want to touch on, importantly, around like the technical sides of it and what is actual benefit to SME. Wizard, that's been around a while. The Wizard Rewards.
Yes.
Still there. That's been around a long time. And the reason I want to dive into this is corporates are so big into understanding their sort of kickback on their rand when they book something or do something. What does the loyalty program look like for an Avis member?
I mean, I think you register as a preferred client, and as you use us, you get different tiers. You then get discounts on your certain number of rentals. You then get upgraded. So there's various tiering, so that's our loyalty program, which is the preferred. But we are looking at incentivizing our corporates. We haven't introduced that as yet, but it is coming up, and it will be done in the future.
We'll keep our eyes open.
Yes,
for
please
that.
do. Because it's
More
going to be
benefits from
exciting.
Avis.
It is going to be exciting.
Anything like that is exciting. Travel is such, again, a shifting landscape in cost and choice. It's so wide.
Yes.
So any differentiator that's obviously going to benefit the customer at the end of the day is exactly why it's going to drive foot traffic.
Yeah, it's demand. So and everyone's looking for the loyalty points, and everyone's leveraging off the loyalty points. So we are partnering with certain companies to help the loyalty points, but we need to do our own, and that's what we're looking at.
Amazing. Okay, let's discharge the nerves now. So we've got a little segment that we're doing 6 questions in 60 seconds. You ready? It's about you, so you don't need to stress too hard. Okay, you ready? Given our discussion earlier, the first question's quite funny because your option is not there. Okay, brilliant. Here we go. Right, Mercedes or BMW?
Mercedes.
Smooth jazz or talk radio on the drive?
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz. All right, complete the sentence. The one travel essential I never ever leave without is?
Toothbrush.
That's a good one. You would think everybody would say that, right? Brilliant. Nando's mild or Nando's hot?
Hot.
That speaks to your personality. I want you to complete the song. Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
Caught me off guard.
Good old Whitney. Right, and then you need to follow one of these people and unfollow the other. Bon Jovi or George Michael?
Unfollow George Michael. Follow Bon Jovi.
It's the white teeth. Thank you so much. And that was it. 6 questions, 60 seconds.
Yay!
I'm going to spin the globe. It's going to land. You're going to tell me when to stop and put where my finger will go.
Okay.
Is where I'm going to ask you a question about.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, stop.
Egypt.
There we go.
Do they drive on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the road?
Right hand side. Am I right?
You are correct.
Yay!
Our independent adjudicator has said that. You are correct. Well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
That was awesome. So now we're going to do something different. Another thing for you, another travel quiz.
Yes.
And there's actually a leaderboard behind us. So the first question is, which country in the world has got the most time zones?
Pass.
Pass, okay. All right, so you're not at the top of the leaderboard.
I knew
Right.
that.
Next question. What is the largest island in the world that is not a continent?
Okay, Mauritius.
No. I don't think that is. No.
I think you should leave the third question.
No, I think you'll get the third.
Okay.
Where is the Golden Gate Bridge?
America.
America.
Do I have to go further than that?
Yeah, we need you to Google map yourself into that one.
And New York. I don't do this very often.
Okay, no points.
No, I knew that.
But I'll give you a hug afterwards.
Yeah, that's
that
fine.
counts as points, right? Brownie points.
Participation points.
Participation points. We'll give you an award for participation. Kerry, it's been a pleasure to have you here. I just want to close off with one sort of a final question. And this is more for our SMEs and obviously what the year ahead is going to look like for Avis. But what do you see as an emerging trend that's coming up for SMEs that maybe they should be aware of? And then, of course, how does Avis view 2026?
All our travellers are, and I said it before, they want instantaneous, they want to have everything sorted ASAP. They want their bookings done quickly, they want queries resolution quick. And we as Avis, we are investing a lot of money into our data analytics. So watch out for that. I think it's very exciting because it is going to be really AI generated, and I think that is where the whole industry is going. AI, fast, furious, and to the point, and just capitalizing on that service. Absolutely.
Love that. And we just jinxed each other on the absolutely. Thank you so much, Kerry.
No, thank you very much. It's been great fun. Thank you.
Good, I'm glad it's been great fun. I was worried with the nerves earlier, the two of us.
No, thanks. Thanks a lot.
And with that, everybody, we bring our episode to a close with Avis. It was a pleasure working alongside Kerry for this one, and we'll see you on the next one.